today, we will be reading one of my favorite books at Textbook Center. Well, I have so many favorite books here. And we will be reading two stories from this particular book, Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls. Our first story is about a woman that you might have already heard about because she comes from a neighboring country. She comes from Sudan, and she is an internationally known model. Her name is Alec Weck. Let's learn something about this amazing woman. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Alec who would stop by a mango tree to get a snack on her way from school. In Alec's village, there was no running water and there was no electricity. She had to go to a well to get drinking water, but she and her family lived a simple and happy life. Then a terrible war broke out and Alec's life changed forever. As the war sirens wailed over the village, Alec and her family had to run away from all the fighting. It was the rainy season. The rain had flooded. The bridges across it were underwater, and Alec could not swim. She was terrified of drowning, but her mother helped her to cross safely to the other side. Along the way, Alec's mom traded packets of salt for food and passports because they didn't have any money. Well, they managed to escape the war and they made their way to London. And one day, when she was in the park, a scout from a famous modeling agency approached her. He wanted to recruit Alec as a model. Alec's mother did not really want to hear about it, but the agent persisted, and she finally agreed. You see, Alec looked so different from any other model that she instantly became a sensation. Alec wants every girl on the planet to know, you are beautiful. It's okay to be quirky. It's fine to be shy. And you don't have to go with the crowd. You can just be you. What an amazing story. Our second story is about a woman from all the way in Sweden who was a writer. Her name is Astrid Lindgren. Let's learn more about her. Once there was a girl who lived on a farm with her big family. She would spend entire days roaming free in the fields with her brothers and sisters. But she also helped take care of animals on the farm. Not just the small ones like chickens and ducks, but even the big ones like cows and horses. Her name was Astrid, and she had quite a rebellious spirit. She was strong and brave and never scared of being alone. And she could do all sorts of things. She could clean, she could cook, she could fix a bicycle, she would walk along rooftops, she could fight off bullies, and she could make up fantastic stories. Sounds familiar? Well, if you have ever read about another little girl who was strong and brave and fearless called Pippi Longstocking, you won't be surprised to learn that Astrid was the author of that brilliant book. When Pippi Longstocking was published, lots of adults disapproved. Pippi is too rebellious, they said. Our children will think being disobedient is okay. But children, on the other hand, they absolutely loved the book. Pippi didn't just say no without any reason. She showed young readers the importance of being independent while always taking care of others. And today, Pippi Longstocking is one of the best-loved books in children's literature. And Astrid went ahead to write and published so many more books, always depicting strong children in charge of their own adventures. And so, whenever you're in trouble for something you did, grab a copy of Pippi Longstocking and she will always be there to help. What amazing women, what amazing role models for us. I have really enjoyed these two stories today. And until next time, bye.